We already know that Johan Jordaan's first design, the pickled steel warhog, is one dope knife. But what if I told you that the warhog had a sweet little sister? That's right. Today we're looking at Johan Jordaan's second knife, the Artisan Cutlery Cleo. And I gotta tell you folks, I'm in love. Stick around. What's up, Kripple Krew? EDC with DBD, disabled but deadly, and get ready for some artisan awesomeness. I know we recently reviewed The Wizard, and I said that this was a fantastic knife, showing that they had stepped their game up a bit. But I like the upcoming knife even more. Before we get into it, do me a favor, stab that like button, drop a subscribe if you haven't, and if you have, make sure you got notifications turned on. So, the Artisan Cleo comes in a very nice Artisan box. Take a, oh yeah, I don't have much room under there. Here we go. You can take a look at that if you want. You open up the magnetic clasp. The knife is in there. In a nice zippered pouch. The pouch is rather large for the knife, which is kind of funny. But you get a nice Artisan cleaning cloth, a really nice soft pouch. Pretty standard fare, but nice presentation from Artisan. In that pouch was this awesome little knife. And I am a huge fan of what Johan has done here. The Artisan Cleo comes in at 5.91 inches overall length with a 2.52 sheepsfoot blade of S90V. That's right, folks. As Homebrew Knife Dope would say, the steel of the gods, with a beautiful satin finish. And with their, actually they call it a sand polish finish. I take it back, and I really like their sand polish finish. We have a close length of 3.39 inches, a blade stock thickness of only 100 thousandths, and a total weight of only 2.36 ounces. This thing is so nice and light that it just disappears into your fifth pocket. This is a fantastic size for ladies as well, I believe. And there is a high likelihood that this knife ends up as the 2025 Ladies Knife of the Year for me. Yes, that finish is a fingerprint magnet, but man, it looks so good on there. This, as you can see, is operated by two very nicely done thumb studs. Works fantastic for the reverse flick. You can also open it with that button lock. It is locked by a plunge style button lock. We have full titanium scales, and these are nice solid titanium with a tip up milled titanium pocket clip that is reversible. This is a perfect knife whether you're right-handed or left-handed. As you can see, with this awesome generous finger choil, I easily get a full 4-finger grip on this knife. It's perfect in a pinch grip, using that low tip, which is perfect for utility cuts or anything that you need precision for. Very comfortable in a pinch grip. It is big enough that you could turn it around and cut some straps if you needed to. For me, it's a little small for a beef jerky defense knife, as I would need a very good grip on this to make sure I didn't slide on that edge, because My hand is in that choil. Of course, that's not what this knife is for. I was just showing you the size. If you were a lady and you had to use this to defend yourself, it'd probably fit your hand a lot better. But what this is made for is just to be an awesome little slicer for all of your EDC tasks. Oh, that was my fault. I hit the choil. This S90V blade takes a wicked sharp edge and will hold it for a good long time. It's also very corrosion resistant. So with these titanium scales, you really should not have to worry much about corrosion. It's not the toughest of steels, but again, that's not what this is made for. This is made to be a light duty EDC, makes a great gents carry, office carry style knife. It's not going to weigh down anything that you're wearing. And again, a perfect ladies knife. This was designed it's designed for everybody, but it's named after Johan's wife, Cleo. And this is the knife that she personally carries because it fits her hand so well. Last year's 2024 Ladies Knife of the Year for me was the Vosteed Martin. I gotta tell you, I like this one better. That's why this is definitely high in the running for 5th Pocket Knife of the Year and for Ladies Knife of the Year. I like this one so much that when it came in via the pass around, I had to reach out to Lefty and say I had to keep it. You know, I've had Johan on my live just last weekend, and you'll probably see him again. That was a great time. If you want to check that out, check out the South Africa Saturday special from last weekend when we had Johan come on here. Very nice guy. And I really think that he's killing it right now. He's a new knife designer, but he's already got 3 designs currently out. There is the Pickled Steel Warhog, this Cleo, and a new fixie, the Kaiser Quaken. And let me just tell you, you are going to see so much more from Johan. I'm really hoping that most of that stuff you'll see here first. But either way, keep your eyes out for him because he's doing big things. I'm going to give you a few size comparisons. Here is that Pickled Steel Warhog. As you can see, you can see a lot of the same design language in both knives. And these two make a killer 1-2 punch for your EDC. How about a couple of 5th Pocket knives? We'll start off with one of the heavyweights. The Spyderco Lil Native. And the Lil Native is smaller than the Artisan Cleo and has just a little bit less grip area. So if you're familiar with the 4-finger grip on the Lil Native, you've got a little bit more room on the Cleo. We'll look at the County Comm and Vosteed Mini Nightshade. And the Mini Nightshade is slightly longer than our Cleo. How about one more 5th Pocket knife? And that is the Baby Banter. Everybody's familiar with the Baby Banter. And the Artisan Cleo has at least a 1/2 inch on the Baby Banter and definitely beats it in grip area too. And grip comfort. This flat area right there makes it so comfortable. We are running on cage ceramic ball bearings. And we have a T8 pivot, T8 body screws, like to see that. And those look like T6s on our pocket screws. I'm okay with that though, because this doesn't have to be taken off to take the knife apart. And since you'd only need to change it once if you're moving it over to left-handed, I'm not worried about those pocket clip screws stripping. the clip is short, and a lot of times short titanium clips, milled clips, are too tight, and this does have some texture underneath it. However, even with the thicker edges on my 511 tactical pants, this slides in and out of the pocket with no issues. We're perfectly centered. The solid titanium scales eliminate the need for liners, meaning you've got quite a bit less to take apart and keep clean. Very minimal hardware. You've got your screws back here. You've got your pivot screws that are not captured. And then you've got your button lock apparatus. And that's it. Very easy to maintain this knife. The ergos on it. I just love holding this knife. It is so nice in cuts. Our plunge grind starts there. Let me use this. Starts here and it ends right here. Meaning we've got all of this sharpening life on S90V that you're not going to have to sharpen often. So, you're not going to have to worry about your own sharpening choil at all on this knife. I want to point out titanium, S90V, and this knife is only $149. That's a killer price for those materials. And there's a copper version with copper scales for $139. The knife will be linked below. That will be an affiliate link, which if you choose to use that, that does help the channel. Completely up to you. As you can see, very, very fidgety. Probably, how about the pinky? 5-finger flickable. Too easy. Fidgety, fun, and yet still big enough for me to get a full gorilla grip on. Our lockup is rock solid. And if you're familiar with Artisan and CJRB, they definitely know how to do a proper plunge lock. You can see right there where it goes into the tank, where the plunge goes into the tang of the blade. We have contact with that nice thick stop pin as well, giving us multiple points of contact here, locking up rock solid. Civivi, Artisan, they are at the top of the button lock game. I would say them and Civivi are the ones that have nailed plunge locks. Not only are they very strong, but they get the spring tension right so that you have a true detent feel, so that you get a full launch every time. It's not one of those older soft button locks where you'd flick it and it would just go, No. These are going to fly out every time because of that spring tension. The button feels great, and when you depress it, that blade falls. Blade falls. Whoop. Yeah, very smooth on those bearings. Just, what can I say? Johan, you've nailed it again. I'm a huge fan of this knife, if you can't tell. But I want to know what you guys think about it. I know not everybody is into smaller knives, but this is definitely a little big knife. This is one of those knives that will way outperform its size without weighing you down. It just feels so good. Huge fan of this Cleo. I've probably said it way too many times. I'm just repeating myself and sounding like a moron. So we're going to move on and just say Let me know what you think of Johan's designs. Did you catch the live with him? And are you excited for everything he's got coming in the future? I know I am. I'm not going to say how many he said, but if you watch that live, he does say how many contracts he currently has for designs. And you're going to see this maker's mark or that designer's logo very frequently in the near future. And I am here for it, my friend. Hope to catch y'all on the next live stream. Until then, stay safe, stay frosty. Most importantly, stay deadly.